Hello everyone, welcome on free Advanced MS Excel course. Today we are starting tutorial number 13 which talks about counting formulas. In day-to-day our reporting exercises and we are managing projects or matching our business intelligence, we often ask all of us, okay, what is the criteria, how much is the status, what is the position of the current any element. So we generally do counting, say how many projects are pending, how many are in this state. So counting plays an important role in evaluating our reports and dashboards. So today we will talk about count, count A, count blank, count if and count ifs formulas which are used in Excel. Generally, a counting formula returns the number of cells in a specified range that meet certain criteria. So there are these formulas like count. So count is a simple formula function that returns the number of cells that contains a numeric value. So if the cell has a numerical value, count will count that cell. Count A returns the number of non-blank cells. So if there is a cell with numeric or text data, it will count both. So it should not be blank. Then count A can be used. Third is count blank, returns the number of blank cells. Then you have a formula called COUNTIF, returns the number of cells that meets a specific criteria. Say COUNTIF if the length is greater than 500 meters. So it will count all the elements which have a length greater than 500 meters. COUNTIFs, there is a S attached to this formula. This was lately used in Excel 2007, I think. So COUNTIFs is used, returns the number of cells that meets the multiple criteria. So you can have more than one criteria. Say you say I'm looking for a number of elements which have length greater than 500 meter and whose color is also red. So you have two criteria. Say if there is a table with color, length and elements. So you are identifying that color has to be red, and secondly you also want that length has to be greater than 500. So you are counting in that way. So this is the way it's done. So let's start first example of count, count A and count blank, and then we'll take another example for COUNTIF and COUNTIFs to understand how what is the practical applications. Let's start. So let me take you to the Excel. See, this is the data. Okay, I also have one special request for you all. If you are watching on Facebook or YouTube this video, please write your name and location. So I will come to understand and what is your current designation, what actually in which field you are. So that will help me to understand what is my audience and who people are looking and watching my videos and are you liking it or not. This is also important. So let's start. So look, this is a data. This is months and sales. So there's a January, February, there are 12 months and you have sales. Assume a hypothetical case that I have been given a task to make a report and I am collecting these figures, ki how many sales have been in the January, February, March, April, like this. Fine. So now I need to find out, I have a couple of questions. How many months of sales figure available with me now? So when it was my task, there are, you can see that I still have to find the sales figure of May, which is not available with me. I have to find for October, November. So my question is, how many months of sale figures are available with me? So actually I am looking for all the data which has numerical value. So I want to count all the numerical values events. So let's start. So we'll use simple count formula. I'll write is equals to count bracket open and I'll just select this entire range. So I'm counting all numerical values in this particular range. I see this. So this is 9. So it's telling me that 9 sales figures have been added. Say if I write NA over here, it will still be show 9 because it is only calculating numerical data. If I say write hello, still it will show 9. But if I say write 789, it will show 10. Fine. So hope you have understand that it will calculate only numerical values. So now next question, sale figures not available. So I need to count all the blank cells. So I can see there are 3 blank cells. So I'll use count blank is equals to COUNT BLANK count blank bracket open and I again select the entire range, bracket close, enter. So I have these three which are non-blank, fine, which are blank. Okay. So this is why we use blank, count blank formula. Now third point, number of months we are collecting data. So suppose I want to count how much are these values. It can be text also, it can be numeric also. So I will use count a formula. It will can be used for text also, for numerical also. So let's do it. Is equals to count a, bracket open. This time we are taking the different range. Previously it was sales, this time it is months. So it's give me 12, fine. So this is the way this has been done. So these were the three formulas. Remember, count, count A, and count blank. Count will count only numeric data, fine. And count blank will count number of blanks in the cells. And if you want to count non which are not blank, then we will use A. Remember, which are not blank will be counted by count A. Fine. Okay. Let's move further. So if you talk about count if and countifs, you need a range and criteria. Range is like I will be counting in particular range, and my criteria will be color is red, greater than 4, less than 4, equal to this, something like this. So what I will do is I'll take you as an example, and we'll have some around 5 to 7, 10 questions, and we'll try to answer that question from the following database. Let's start. Look, this is my database which has song number. We have singer like Spears, Madonna, like this, and they have date, on which date they have sung. Thirdly, you have minutes, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 5. So these are the songs they have sung for a particular minute. So we can have questions like count number of songs by each singer. So how many songs have been sung by Spears? We have to count this. Fine. Not by Spears. So we want to count all the songs which are not being counted by Spears. Songs greater than equal to 4 minutes, songs less than average, singer begins with S. We want to identify a singer whose name begins with S. Singer has 6 letters in the name. So I want to identify all the singers with 6 letters in the name. Fine. Songs sung after 6/15/2015. Songs before 2009. Songs exactly of 4 minutes. Song exactly of 5 minutes. Sprinkle songs of 4 minutes, Madonna songs for 3 or 4 minutes, which means it is between 3 to 4 minutes. So these are some questions. So we have to count. So we have a database ready and we have questions. So let's try to use COUNTIF and COUNTIFs formula to understand how it will be done. Let's go ahead. Remember, you can download these files from the website. Website name is bi-analytics.org. Please download and make sure you also do it, because if you will just watch it out, you will understand how it is done. But if you will practice with your hand, then it will always be last long with you in your brain. So it is important to do practice. Fine. Make sure to download the template file. I will share the links of the download files in the link below in the description. Let's start. So see, I have this data available with me right now. Songs, I have a singer name, I have date, I have minutes. If you want to select a range, remember one thing: control shift down arrow, control shift down arrow. It will take you to help you in selecting the range. So we can see there are total number of 951 songs available. Fine. You can see this 951. Okay. Uh, I have also seen people watching this video on mobile phones. So if you are watching on mobile phone, please make sure to do full screen. It is important. Then only you will be able to see the numbers. Let's start. So look, I have this name of the singers available with me, and I want to find number of songs sung by Springton, Madonna, Cher, like this. Fine. So I have to apply count if formula. I want to count if all the values if the name is Cher. Fine. So let's start. Is equals to count if. It is a single criteria. There's no multiple criteria in this. So bracket open. I say I have to count from this cell, and I forget to tell you that I have to do Control Shift Enter. So this is my cell selected, comma. Now I have to type a name of the person whose I am looking forward. So what I can do is I can just select this also, H2. Fine. Now bracket close and I press enter. So I got 112. And remember one thing, this is one special thing. I have to apply this for same also. So if I do drag like this, though we have discussed the relative and absolute referencing, my data cell has gone down. If you see, my range has gone down. So I have to freeze my this range. So what I need to do is in this, when there was my range option, I can just press F4. So it will make it absolute. So now this will be perfectly fine. Now when I apply, it will give me the right results. I will check. Let's see. So now when I use this formula, I have the same range available. Because range is every time same, you will press the dollar signs and make it a absolute referencing, and then we will use. There's another way that we can name this range with our name functions. I'll take that in a separate chapter tutorial, but this is the way it's been done. So you all know how to do total. We can press Alt equal to also. Alt equal to enter. So they have 951 songs in which Madonna has sung 133. Fine. So this is how we use COUNTIF formula. So this was the first question. Now let's take another questions and try to answer these. I need all the songs, but not by pairs. Fine. So what should be the actual answer? I have total 951 minus 129, right? This should be the answer. So if I just try it out, is equals to 951 minus. This is the answer I'm looking in this cell. So now I have to apply a COUNTIF formula again to solve this question. So let's see. Is equals to COUNT, COUNTIF, bracket open. This time I say COUNTIF, again the same name ranges. But this time I don't want to take pairs with me. Fine. So my criteria is I'll say comma, and I put inverted commas because I want to put a condition. Sorry, escape. Let me do it again. SPERS is equals to COUNT, COUNTIF, bracket open. I selected the entire range. I put comma. Now in the inverted commas, I will say not equal to. Inverted commas. This is the first less than sign and then the greater than sign. So this is called not equal to. And I write pairs. Now I'll close the inverted commas because pairs and not equal to both are text content. So we have put in the inverted commas. Now I close the bracket. Enter. So let's see what the answer. So I got the answer 822. Yes, this was only I was looking forward. Fine. So this is the first answer. Now I have a second question. Which are the songs greater than or equal to 4 minutes? So again I'll apply the same formula. Is equals to COUNTIF. But now I will select from our minutes range. So this is my range. I have to count from this range. I say comma. And this time inverted commas. I say greater than or equal to 4. Fine. And I say like this. Let's see. So I got 477 such songs which are greater than or equal to 4 minutes. Third, songs longer than average. So this is the same formula actually. What I need is I need to calculate the average also. Now there are two ways. I can just calculate the average in some way and compare it like this, or I can just use the formula. Let's see how I will use. Is equals to COUNTIF, bracket open. I have to songs longer than average. Fine. So this is like First my range, comma. Now I have to take greater than equal to. So I push greater than equal to and I say average. So it has to be like average, average, bracket open. Now again I use and I do the bracket close. So now there's one thing. You say greater than equal to. So you put inverted commas and to join it you can use ampersand sign to make it a formula. So now you can close it out. So you got the answer. Let me explain again. So songs longer than average is also same. To see this formula is equals to formula text that we always do. Let me take this formula. So what I've done is see this formula. I'll just zoom it out for you. COUNTIF D2 comma this is my first of all what we say range. Now greater than equal to has been in the inverted commas and I have used ampersand sign to connect this value average because I need to calculate the average also. So this has been lined like this. Fine. So this is very easy. This ampersand is used for concatenation. You always know it, and it has to be outside the inverted commas so that you can join up. Fine. Now there's another one. We need to identify. We need to count all the songs with the singers whose name begin with S. So what you need to do is there are two wildcards. First is wildcard is called asterisk, which implies that star means anything, and there is an ampersand question mark which says anything at that position. So I'll try to explain you how it works. Let's first solve this one. I need to identify all the singers sings with S. So is equals to COUNTIF bracket open. So now where are my singers? So this is my range. So now criteria has to be what? Criteria needs that it should be S and I put ampersand sign. Let's see. Okay, I forget to put this. Star. And then so here comes 232. So it means all the singers whose name were with S. Let's see. Spearsworth is S. There were two names. Fine. 129 and 103. So that comes to be 232. Fine. So we have got the correct answer. What I have done is I will explain you again. See. COUNTIF, comma, S and star. So first letter is S, which is mandatory, and after that it can have any number of characters. We have just put the asterisk sign over there. So this is how we were able to do singers begins with S. Now you have a singers which has 6 letters in name. So now we have decided that it has to be 6 letters. It can be anyone. So instead of that, we'll use a question mark. I'll just control C. What I do is I'll just put control C. Okay, let's go over here. So now this time, instead of S star, we'll use 6 question marks. Our question is count all the names of songs whose singer has 6 letters in name. So A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I put 6 question marks and I pressed enter. So this is 243. Fine. Control C, Control V. So I put in inverted commas 6 question marks. So this has been able to give me the result. Now with the songs greater than 615 this. So again what you have to do, you have a date available. So you say is equals to COUNTIF bracket open songs after this. So greater than 6 by 15 slash 5. So here is my answer. That 915 all were after that. Fine. Songs before 2009. So you can again do the same thing. Control C. This time you can say 2009 and I have done it one. I have taken one date and instead of greater than I should use less than. This will also give the same answer. What I've done. Songs before 2019, right? So I need to check what criteria I have taken. I did the mistake. My criteria was wrong. I have to take from date 1, right? So that's why it was coming wrong. So I will do this by this. I will apply the formula. Instead of B, it will be C. C2. Now the answer will come. Right? Here also I will use the same thing. I did a mistake. C. C. Now let's talk about songs exactly 4 minutes. So now I need to identify the songs which are exactly 4 minutes. So this time it will be equal to 4. Fine. So what I'll do is equals to COUNTIF bracket open. I again count the which are equal to 4 minutes. So you do this and in comma you put 4 and bracket close. So here comes 247 songs which are exactly 4 minutes. Now let's do song exactly 5 minutes. It's the same thing. Control C. Sorry. So what I want to do is that C. This time I'll put Control B. So this time I need exactly 5 minutes. Fine. So I have 230 songs. Now there's another question. Now till now we have done a count if. Now we want to do a count ifs. There's a multiple criteria. That what I need to do is Sprinkle Steen has songs which are of 4 minutes. So what I want to do is that is equals to count ifs. Now I'll use count ifs formula. I'll say bracket open. Fine. Now first I have to return Springsteen. So I'll say again the criteria. I put comma and in inverted commas I write Spring Springsteen. So this is my first range and criteria. Now I have to do for second range and second criteria. For which I'll do is comma Now my second range is what? What was my question? Hmm. Songs equals to 4 minutes. So I'll do second range, which is like, this is my second range, comma, and now it has to be 4 minutes. So I can write 4, and I say bracket close. So here comes like, I did some mistake. Let me know. COUNTIFS 592. It has to be without inverted commas only. There's something wrong. It was like B and then it is like D. It should be correct. I'm not sure what happened. Why it is error coming? Let me check it out again. So you have sprinting songs 4 minutes. So I'll apply is equals to count ifs bracket open. So I have to criteria range 1. So my criteria range is that it has to be the name, has to be from this cell. Fine. Okay. Now I have to apply comma. Now I have to apply inverted commas, and I have to apply this is Springsteen. Now I have to apply SPRING Springsteen. Now I close the bracket, inverted commas. Now I have to apply range 2 criteria 2 comma. Now this time my range is for 4 minutes. So I'll just move ahead and I'll take this one. So this is my range 2. I put comma. This time say 4. Here comes the answer. So it is 24 minutes. So we need to understand this formula again. I'll just apply the formula for you. Control C. So C is equals to COUNTIFS. This first range, then your name, and after that D2 second range, right? So like range 1 criteria 1, range 2 criteria 2, range 3 criteria 3. Like this we can do these questions. Now you have another one, Madonna song 3 or 4 minutes. So now this time you have to use the range 3 times. So what you need to do is first COUNTIFS, in the name range you select the name and say it should be equal to Madonna. Then in second criteria you say it should be greater than equal to 3, and in fourth you say it should less than equal to 4, like this. So let's do it again. Is equals to COUNTIFS bracket open. You have your range. This is your range. Fine. And MADONNA. So I say comma, inverted comma open, MADONNA, Madonna. Fine. So you will close the inverted commas. This is the range 1, comma. Now you have to do the criteria number 2. So this is your range. Now this time you will say comma, inverted comma. It has to be greater than equal to 3. Close comma. Now again you have to write a range. So this time you say again like this, and you should say again comma, and in inverted commas you say it should be less than equal to 4. Inverted commas close, bracket, press enter. So this is your answer. Let's see. Oh, I have used in a different way. 70. Fine, no issues. So you got 70 the answer for this. Or you can just put it again, copy, paste, control C, copy, and let's put this over here, control V. So you have 70. And so if you want to see control C, control V. So see what I've done. So now this is COUNTIF, first range, then the condition criteria one, second range, condition, and third criteria like this. Because it has asked 3 or 4 minutes. So it should be greater than equal to 3 and less than equal to 4. So it will include 3 and 4 as well. Fine. So this is like this. It can be done. Fine. So this is the way we can use COUNTIFS formula. So what you need to do is you need to download this file and practice it yourself. This is the way we will learn Excel, because without practicing nothing will happen. And I have a special request: if you are liking this course, or if you are a newcomer to this course, make sure you do the previous exercises. It is important to move sequentially with me, and I'm walking very slow, so you can do it in say 2 to 3 weeks. The entire course till now we have done. So this is important thing. Second is, if you know someone who wants to learn Excel, please feel free to share with them. It is very important, so that most of can make the use of this free advanced course. This is very important. Fine. Okay. So make sure you open the website bi-analytics.org. You join the club Business Intelligence and Analytics with Excel. You start, share your learning and comments on tutorial. You can share how has been your experience in commenting the tutorial, because your comments, feedback help me to improve myself. It is very important. And ask your problems in the forum. It is important. More you ask the problems and more others will answer, it will be a cumulative learning. So we have to learn together. This is the use of community. So I look forward for you on bi-analytics.org. Once again, thank you. Look forward for you in the next tutorial.